So I'm really a little bit mad with not a little bit, I'm a lot mad with myself, but this video is not in Sedona, it's still in Arizona, but we're on our way back to Phoenix, and we went on the most incredible hikes, saw the most majestic scenery which warranted more respect to other people around, to enjoy it in peace and quiet. And the irony of when I wanted to, the place where I was thinking about doing my video was close to a resort, so there was some kind of building happening and the most ridiculous noises that were just very distracting to me and would have been distracting in the video. And then because there's no Wi-Fi and literally no reception there, completely forgot to do it in Sedona. So I hope that this is sufficient. But the most incredible things happened. I mean, that was the fourth place, and it represented my spiritual journey that I've been on for the last decade. And it was amazing that it ended in Sedona, which is supposed to be one of the sort of energy centers of the earth. And to try and put into perspective the majestic scenery that they have there is, no words will ever do it any justice. And on that path that we were walking, out of nowhere, there was this, we were walking along a dry riverbed which had all the leaves changing colors, whether it was oak trees or maple trees, because it's the fall in the States here. It was against the backdrop of a bright blue sky, and the red rocks of the mountains was just soul nourishing. And there was just this random, almost sounded like Native American music being played somewhere to the right hand side, that maybe was for like 10 minutes, which then once we had continued walking it stopped, and then on the way back we never heard it again. And it just kind of made me realize that, you know, we can always try and like force issues, and, you know, we want things to happen at specific times, and we could have tried to have planned that hike and would never have heard that incredible music which just took place for about 10 minutes. And it's one of the reasons why I've started to learn to let go, and just to, like, yes, we're going to Sedona, but not to have every single second mapped out. And I think that's part of what my spiritual journey has been about, is to let go of what I believe should happen and take action on what I do want to happen, but release kind of the results. And also to understand what the one thing that I can really take away from seeing all the phenomenal beauty over the last couple of days is all of these things have been carved and created over millions of years, and we are just fortunate to be living in a time when we have the freedom and access to all be able to travel and to see them. And, you know, if you equate that back into your life, you got to think of your life as like the Grand Canyon. It's not going to happen overnight, and we have to become as happy with removing a grain of salt from the canyon today as we are the next day, and understand that at the end of our lifetime we will have created something beautiful. And so patience is definitely something that I've learned to adhere over the years. And last year, climbing Teepee Mountain every day and taking people with me who weren't necessarily as fit as me definitely showed me the value of patience, because the conversations on that mountain were more important than the speed to get to the top. And yeah, so the spiritual aspect is definitely something that has progressed over the last 10 years. And there's so much that I've seen and felt and experienced over the last 4 days that I'm actually going to do like another video where I have some time to try and put it all together and just kind of give you an indication as to what I plan to do over the next 10 years, and what I learned from this experience, and, you know, to try and give you some tools on how to be more intentional and have some fulfillment in your life with clarity. So the next time I will do a video is going to be actually in Seattle in Washington, so really super excited about that. And yeah, I hope that you are filled with love, joy, peace, and gratitude.